How about a new gaming experience? Our next guest is introducing that, among other very cool things, here at CES. We've talked on the air many times during our 27 years bringing you further into tomorrow about Viewsonic and their very cool products. Not to be outdone, they got even more cool new products here at CES. Product manager with Viewsonic is Ray Hedrick. Ray, welcome into tomorrow. How you doing?
Doing well, thank you, Dave. Yeah, we've had a really cool show, and we're actually showing a lot of really cool gaming stuff for 2022.
Really? So it's typically with Viewsonic, it's a lot of variety of cool products,
Yes.
but highlighting some gaming products certainly gets attention of that gaming world, and it's like, oh, and it's Viewsonic, so we know it's good stuff.
Yes, exactly.
So what are you showing here?
Yeah, so we have several gaming models. We're actually going more on the esports side of things, so we've actually pushed really hard into professional gaming. So we have monitors now going all the way up to 360 hertz. We have a 240 hertz.
Talk about refresh rate.
Exactly.
Holy cow.
Yeah, 6 times what you would normally get
Yes.
on a normal monitor.
And now, does that make that much of a difference in gaming? I mean, I'm guessing,
Definitely, it's diminishing returns. So,
Yeah.
once you get over 240, there's less and less and less. But if you are one of those professionals, Roger Federer, he can tell you immediately if there's something wrong with his equipment. And,
Yeah.
and these professional players are the same way.
Wow. And of course, esports becoming ever so popular.
Yes.
More and more people. And, we have a lot of our audience listening on the radio and, again, watching on video. Yes, we've got video of all of our radio interviews in our 27th year covering CES. So visit us at intotomorrow.com. But obviously, a lot of folks are thinking, gaming professionals?
Sure.
I mean, people do it for a living. Boy,
Absolutely.
do they ever.
Yeah.
And make a lot of money doing this.
Absolutely. And in those customers specifically, they have a content creation need as well. So they're not just streaming, they're also making their videos. So we are focusing on color calibrated gaming as well, so that you can work and play on that same display. Becoming much more common with the pandemic. So there's a lot of different ways that we want to improve our products and improve that experience for the customer.
One of the things that my 9-year-old grandson is so excited about always is watching other people play games.
Yep.
And as if that's not interesting enough for him, he likes to watch other people as they're playing the game, talking about what they're doing in the game,
exactly.
the picture-in-picture thing, and a kid and his dad, for example.
Sure.
So many of those videos have become very popular, and they're all learning about gaming. And to me, I'm not a big gamer. I'm not a gamer at all, frankly, and I can't think of anything more boring than watching someone else play a game, right?
Sure.
But there is an audience for that, and
Absolutely.
it's growing.
Absolutely, and it takes a real talent to be able to both play professionally and be, a host at the same time.
Yeah.
So these are some really talented creators out there.
That's a good point, because I'm guessing that a lot of gamers don't want to be distracted.
Exactly.
They're in the game, they're getting to level 4,000, and they want to
Yeah.
keep going. But then there are those who are talking us through it.
Yeah, exactly.
Here I am, and I'm going to open that door, and I'm going to get that sword. And really?
Sure, exactly. Yeah, some of the hardcore ones, once they get in the zone, there's no conversations going on.
Wow. I mean, we used to hear a lot about LAN parties, for gaming and all that. Does that still happen too, or is that kind of the early precursor of esports now?
Well, if LAN parties were on the decline prior to the pandemic, the fact that you can't really get together is not doing well for them. But esports arenas where you're basically landing together in a professional sense, that is getting bigger.
Wow.
So LAN that's more off the cuff, just people landing together.
Yeah.
That's less common because you can do that over the internet now. There's not much of a need for that. You can do it wirelessly.
Sure.
But in-person events where there might be prize money, there's rules, there's refs, all that stuff. Got to be LAN, got to be in person.
Now, you guys at Viewsonic have been doing display technologies for a long time. You certainly didn't pop up out of the woodwork. 1987, I think I read.
1987, that's right.
And continuously improving and developing. I mean, like the refresh rates we talked about, for example, great new technologies about that. So you're always almost, I think, reinventing display technology, and it's something that we look to Viewsonic for on a regular basis.
Yeah, it's very interesting being a product manager for gaming products because the technology moves so fast that you only have an opportunity window for a product of maybe 12 months.
Wow.
There's 12 months that product can be on the market and be relevant, and then after that, it's last year's product.
Yeah.
And in gaming, you don't want to be stuck with last year's product. So
That's true.
we're always turning over the product lines with brand new tech every year.
Is that mostly because folks, again, esports have now attained all the levels they can on a given game or multiple games that it becomes old news? Or it's like, okay, I got to move on. I'm bored with that now. I've matched everything I could.
I think that in terms of the visual quality, we're still, like HDR in gaming is still in its infancy. It's not quite there yet. So the richness, the real-life vibrancy of gaming, that's still coming. As far as the refresh rate and the speed, I think we've reached the speed peak, basically. I think there's a lot more we can do in that, but the richness of the experience is what's going to continue to improve.
Now let's talk about the Color Pro professional monitors. I mean, one would not normally think professional monitor, but I guess that's part of that realm of the refresh rates and those kinds of improvements. But what else are you doing with these Color Pro monitors?
Yeah, so Color Pro is our other product line that we're showing here. So we have our gamings, those are under the Elite banner, and then our Color Pros are actually our professional monitors for those customers. And actually, we're showing two really cool OLED prototypes at this show.
So is this like geared to content creators?
Absolutely.
Okay, terrific.
Absolutely. We have a 16-inch portable OLED that's perfect for a videographer on the go. They can use it as a viewfinder when they're filming.
You got Chris's attention. He's yep, videographer. All right.
It's tripod mountable, so we're really focusing on that type of portable professional. And then when that person needs to go back to the studio and do their work, we have a 32-inch 4K OLED that is to die for.
Oh,
perfect picture quality and can do any color space that you would need to on a daily basis.
But even the portable one, can they edit videos?
Absolutely.
Can they do anything that they might normally do?
Yeah, the quality on the portable is as good as on the desktop one. It's just a smaller version.
Again, behind the camera, his eyes are lighting up. It's like, oh, tell me more. You got me at portable and the awesome computers there. Home cinema projectors, too.
Yes, we do. We did bring, we brought one, but we actually have two that we're announcing.
Okay. We talked about Viewsonic on the show a couple of weeks ago when we had the folks from Atmos FX on.
Yes.
And they talked very highly about you guys and their partnership with you to provide these digital decorations.
Absolutely.
And it's really fascinating. And they, of course, they partnered with you guys to provide Viewsonic projectors. And the way he described it was perfect. We're not in the projector business. We're not in the equipment business. We create digital decorations and make it fun year-round for various events. And certainly Christmas and New Year's and Thanksgiving and Halloween, they thrive on. But they said, we decided that they used to make one. You know what? We're not going to do that anymore. Viewsonic is the folks that they picked, you guys, to do it. So you continue to have really cool projectors and cinema projectors for the home. More and more home theaters are saying, you know what? I want that experience. 65-inch isn't good enough. I want that 110-inch screen, and I want to project to it.
Yeah, once you want to go above maybe 80 inches, projectors are kind of your only route because the TVs become unbelievably expensive at that point. You
got to remove the roof to put it in the house, and it's just not realistic.
And the guys at Atmos Effect, we have a great relationship with them. And it is perfect where, like you say, they have the creative acumen to actually create good decorations, which you don't want me creating your decorations.
Right. That's not what you do.
But you want us creating the hardware that's going to drive it and make sure that they get the latest and greatest so that, when you put the jack-o'-lantern in the window, it really looks like a real thing.
Oh, for sure. It's amazing. Now, show us, Ray, what you've brought here to our little broadcast table at the Showstoppers event.
Physically what I brought, and I'll try to explain it for you radio listeners, we have our first portable gaming monitor. So this is a 17-inch IPS portable. This is called the VX1755. And this is 144 hertz refresh rate, so not your typical 60. In a portable package that can be powered entirely by USB-C. Works great with PS5, Series X, Xbox, as well as for PC gaming. So if you own actually a decent, maybe a little bit older gaming laptop, doesn't have the best display built into it, well, you don't have to throw away the laptop. You can actually go out and get a better portable display to work with it, and you get dual screen productivity.
And I love how you're allowing folks to say, there's nothing wrong with my computer. It's fine, but the display just isn't delivering it. Well, get the new Viewsonic.
Yeah, absolutely.
And plug that in.
We recommend, if you're doing an overhaul overhaul of your system, laptop, portable, or desktop, whatever it is, you really want, if you're going to upgrade that graphics card, do yourself a favor and upgrade the screen as well.
Plus, it looks sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, the cover, what would you call it? The screen protector?
Yep.
How do you describe
it's got,
that?
We have the magnetic screen protector.
Okay.
So it snaps right on the back.
Yeah.
Just keeps it protected. The back is protected because it's anodized aluminum, and it has the built-in stand as well. Allows for more than 40 degrees of adjustment.
Nice.
And it's also very sturdy, very strong.
Yeah, and it's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's something that you want to show off as well.
Yeah.
Check out what we're using. Oh, man, so many cool things. We talk about Viewsonic all the time on the show, and now you know why, if you hadn't been a regular listener up to now. Viewsonic.com for more info. You'll see what they're up to on a regular basis, always innovating, always improving the already great display technologies. Ray, we thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us. Keep up the good work. We keep talking about you.
Thank you so much, Dave.
It's our pleasure. Ray is product manager with Viewsonic. Again, Viewsonic.com. We'll link you there too, as we do all of our guests when you visit us at intotomorrow.com. And if you're listening on the radio, don't forget we've got video of all of our radio guests here at CES. In fact, all of our guests that we've been doing the last couple of years, so you want to see the guest and see the cool products that they're showing. It's kind of show and tell on the radio. So visit us at intotomorrow.com. I'm Dave Graveline. Our 27th year launch continues from CES in Vegas. After this, stay tuned right here on the Advanced Media Network.